Good morning, dear students. Today we are discussing with the protease simulation of the LED. Actually, we are coding the contents with the Arduino platform, and the entire code is to apply it to the simulation software Protease. We are actually using the Protease Design Suite 8.9 here. So let us start with the Protease design. So first of all, we need to start the project. So we have to actually select the new project from the Proteus design window. So here is a new project. The first step is we need to name the project. So we are actually going to build the LED project. So we are actually naming it as LED01. After that, we have to select the path for the project. So I'm changing the path from data E IoT. It is LED folder, selecting the folder, then the name of the project is to be here. So click on the next button. So here we have to select the schematic template. So actually we need only a A4 size sheet for the reference or this design. Selecting it is landscape A4. Next we have to select the PCB layout default. Next is finish. So our design window is ready. Here we are actually starting with the PIC devices. Click on the P. So we are actually doing the project with the Arduino boards. As you know, the Arduino boards. I'm typing on Arduino. We are actually selecting a Uno board. So that's why I'm selecting Uno. Clicking on the, here it is the Arduino Uno TEP board is to be available here. Just click on OK or double click on this item and just double clicking on this one. It should be added to the our devices window here. So I'm also searching for another device that is actually called as LED. So many LEDs are available here. I am just clicking on LED green. So LED green. Check with this particular project. That is, it's an animated LED model. Double click on this one. This will automatically add it to our devices. So click on OK. So first of all, we need to place our Arduino board on the Proteus design window. I'm just selecting the border. Clicking on this space, it will add an Arduino board here. That is the selected device to be added to the Proteus window. So the next thing we need to add an LED button. LEDs bar. Clicking on LED. It will add it here. So we need to connect our Arduino board with the LED device. I am selecting pin number 17. You can see the pin number 7. 7 to the LED. Pin number 7 to the LED. Then, as you know, one particular device is to be enabled by the power. It needs a secondary thing that is actually called as the ground. We can select it from the terminals mode, click on ground, should be added here. So we need to connect it with the ground also. So our design part is almost done. Next, we go to the LED programming part. For that one, we are actually selecting the Arduino code. The Arduino code has two parts. The first one is a setup part and second one is the loop part. The setup part means we need to initialize the pin numbers, etc., etc., etc. here, and the loop part means continuously executing parts. Inside this one, these are the default. Whenever we are actually selecting a new window, then click on this one. We can see that nothing is to be here except the void setup and the void loop. These are the default things. For example, if we are actually doing with an LED, we need to do two things. First of all, we need to set the pin mode. The pin mode is, here it is, pin number 7 is to be here. We are setting it as output. Inside the loop, we are actually creating two commands, the digital write command and the delay command. The digital write command is actually we are enabling the output, that is the pin number 7, to high. High means the high voltage. That means that if the digital write is enabling the pin number 7 to a high voltage, that is we are actually passing the voltage to pin number 7. Then delay. Delay means actually we are delaying for 1 second. That is 1000. Then after 1000 milliseconds, that is 1 second, we are actually re-enabling the digital writing pin 7 with low. That means the voltage is equal to 0. That means that just after the first stage, it should be the light is to be enabled. After 1 second should be disabled. Then there is also 1 second delay. Then the loop is executing up to when we are stopping the demonstration. So this is actually thing. So first of all, we need to compile this program. If the program is correct, just click on this button, that is verify. The process is actually going. There is the compilation is been done. And Sketch uses 924 bytes, 2% of the program storage space, maximum is 3256 bytes, etc., etc. There is no errors. Then we need to do the export compiled binary, that is Control Alt S. That means that we need to use this particular program inside our microcontroller of the Uno board, Arduino Uno board. So this to be executed by we are actually doing the process of export compiled binary. It's also compiling, it should be exported. If you want to show where is the sketch file, this will be inside this one. This is the compiled file. So we are actually moving to our Proteus window. Then we need to add or attach the code to the Arduino board. So just double click on this particular microcontroller. Just double click. Okay. So we can see there is so many details here. The part reference, part value, etc. etc. will be here. We need to just go to the program file wherever we are actually doing our program. Just click on this particular button and find the hex file, that is led dot, where it's actually saved. It is to be in IoT led dot standard dot hex. It's okay. So this is the thing we need to do. Once again, it actually doing led file void setup pin mode 7 output. It should be here. We are actually executing in the Proteus window. The thing is, we need to just run the project. First of all, we need to save the project and then run the project. The LED is blinking. After 1 second, it should be dimmed and it is to be enabled. So this is your first project in the Arduino IDE. Hope it should be enabled, so we can stop it. So we can change one more thing, how we can enable one more LED. I'm just going to the pick devices section, that is we are moving to the section and pick device. I would like to add one more LED. This LED red. So there is animated LED red model. Okay, it's to be added here. Just rotate it. Adding one more pin is to be added here. And connecting with pin number 11. It's also to be added to ground. That's I'm just clicking on one more ground signal. So we are already ordered one more LED. So nothing is to be there. There is no change in LED. The thing is, we need to change in our code. That means that we need to go back to our LED code. We are actually added our pin number 11. So we need to write pin mode number 11, then output. So first step is whenever we are this digital write 7 is to be high, this delay. So the same time we can write digital write. It is pin number 11, comma low. Then we need to write one more thing that is high, that is how you can just, I'm copying this particular code from here and putting it on here. This it is to be changing the pin number is 11. Just verifying it. There is no errors. Again we need to export the compiled binary. Is exported. We come back to our Portage window. Change the hex file. Okay. Execute. So we can see that whenever the green is to be enabled, the red is to be disabled. The red is to be enabled, green is to be disabled. So this is the primary section of our Arduino contacts. So already connected with the pin number 7 and pin number 11. These two pins are to be displayed here in the window. So we are stopping this button. We can run and stop from this particular pattern here. So next we can go to the LCD display of an Proteus design window. You can just start a new project. I'm saving this one and just titling giving it as LCD display. Changing the project folder LCD select folder. Next, finish. The devices required are, first of all we are requiring the Arduino Uno board, Arduino Uno added. Second we need an LCD. So many LCD displays are here. Actually we are going for a 16:2 LCD display. So we need to connect with open project, IoT, LCD display. Pick devices, Arduino Uno board, added. Then select for the LM016, that is the actual code for the LCD display. There is, we can see that it's a 16:2 alphanumeric LCD. Just add this one also. Then how we can place this one? We are actually, first of all, we are placing the Arduino board. I'm clicking on this one, it's to be added here, and LM16 is to be here. Just add this one here. So this is our LM display. So we can see that so many pins are here. How we can enable or connect these such pins? Simply we are actually having the design part of this one. We need to know which pins are to be connected. Simply this means that the VSS means power, VDD means data. So many pins are here. Simply one thing we need to know, that is D0 to D7 is the data pins. I'm just connecting all these data pins. For example, I'm using the 4 pins. So I'm using 7 with data 7. For example, we just need to replace the component. Yeah, it's okay now. Connecting with 7 to 7, D7, 6 to D6, 5 to D5, 4 to D4. Why I am connecting these such pins here? As you can know it from our Arduino code. I'm just opening the Arduino code for the LCD because we can see that inside our Arduino code there is setup file, void setup is to be here, void loop is here. Before that we are actually including one more file, that is hash include liquid crystal.h. As you know, the Arduino is to be enabled with the C++ programming language. That's why we are actually including the liquid crystal.h. As you know, we are included some header files inside of C++ program, something like that. So we are actually included the liquid crystal.h, that is a liquid crystal.header file. Inside that we are actually declaring the constant variables as constant integers. Rs is equal to 2, en is equal to 3, d4 is equal to 4, d5 is equal to 6, 5, d6 is equal to 6, d7 is equal to 7. That means that these are the data pins already we are connected inside our tortoise design. D4 is equal to 4, D5 is equal to 5, D6 is equal to 6, and D7 is equal to D7. So this is the way we are actually connecting the LCD. So two more pins we need to connect, that is RS is equal to 2 and EN is equal to 3. So we need to connect the RS to EN, RS to pin number 2. So where is RS? Here it is RS. Pin number 2 is to be here. We need to connect it with RS. Okay, it is to be connected. En is equal to, that is enabled, E to be connected with the E or En. Next, what we need to do, just back to our program. This is actually we are defining our permanent links or permanent connections to the diagram. So this is the syntax required for an LCD display inside our liquid crystal.h header file. After that we are actually need to begin setup. This lcd.begin and lcd.clear. These two files means that lcd.begin means we are actually starting the LCD. lcd.clear means what are the contents inside the LCD display is to be cleared. But 16 by 2 means there are 2 rows and 16 columns. After that we are having one more loop is to be there. Each and every time it should be clear. After 1 second it should display something. That means that should print MSc, CS, BVM. Actually, we are in BVM, Holy Cross. We are actually printing MSc Computer Science BVM. Before that, we are actually doing one more thing. That is LCD.setCursor 0.0. It means that we need to point our LCD to the first position of the screen. That is 0, 0 is to be in the first position. After that, we are actually having 1 more second delay. Then we need to set the cursor position to 0.1. That means the second row. That means 0th row and first row. Here's the second row. Then we need to print 2019 batch and then delay of 1000 millisecond. That means that 1 second. Then after that we need to just clear the LCD. So this is the way we need to use. So we can compile the code. There is no errors. We need to sketch it, export the compiled binary. It's to be done. Back to our this. We need to add the code. It is LCD standard. Okay. One more thing we need to add. That is, we need to add some component that is a ground signal to the LCD. Just adding a ground signal with connecting with RW to this particular position, and also VSS is connecting with the ground. This thing is enabled. Just saving this particular project and executing it. So our LCD is printed with the MSc CS BVM 2019 patch. It's repeatedly printing. So this is the way of adding an LCD to the Arduino board. Once again, I'm saying how we can change alterations or make the alterations in the outside program. We can change LCD program. We can simply change MSc CS BVM 2019 by changing that it is welcome. students. Just saving it, compiling it. Listen, I'm just compiled it. There is no change in my export compile binary. You can again back to our Proteus, open the project, LCD display, running it. There is no change. It's MSC BUM 2019 batch. See the difference whenever changing inside our LCD Arduino. I have just compiled it again. Export compiled binary. It's to be done. Then also there is no change in our Proteus design. Same display is to be coming here. Welcome students. It's to be enabled. So this is where we are actually here. It's to be executed with the welcome and students. This to be automatically connected with our Xpri files. So that is the difference. Whenever we need to change the concept, we need to just make the export compiled binary. If you want to welcome to BVM College, so I'm just changing BVM College. Saved it, compiled. There is no change in our Proteus section. You can see. Open project. Species BVM UT LCD display. Don't have any change in our LCD standard hex file. There is no change. If you want to change, we have to just do one more thing, that is export compiled binary. You have to just verify this one is to be here, then OK. Welcome to BVM College. So this is the way we need to change the content. Hope you all got this one. So next we actually need to take another content. That's actually it's an LM35 temperature sensor. So first of all we need to find what is an LM35 temperature sensor. This is actually the pin diagram for LM35 sensor. It's a temperature sensor. It's having 3 pins here. This VCC pin, there's a 5-volt input, an analog output, and ground signal. Why these such pins are to be used? That VCC means an input voltage is equal to 5 volt for the typical applications. Analog out, that's actually we are getting the data from this particular pin, this analog pin. And also it should be connected with the third pin, that is ground. These are the features of the LM35 regulator. First one, it is minimum and maximum input voltage is 35 volt and minus 2 volt respectively. That is typically we are using the 5 volt. It can measure temperature ranging from minus 55 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius. The output voltage is directly proportional to the temperature. That is, there will be a rise of 10 millivolt for every 1 degree Celsius rise in temperature. The accuracy is plus or minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. It is low cost temperature sensor and is also small and hence suitable for remote applications. How we can start a project design with Proteus for LM35. Just you need to know, start with a new project. I'm just naming it as LM35 TEMP. Changing the folder. LM35. Select folder. Next. Finish. We need to add two more things, that is same Arduino Uno board. One more thing we need to add, that is LM35. This LM35 precision temperature design. One more thing, actually, we can add these two things, where we have to display our result. So we need to add one more thing, that is actually we can use the LCD display, that is LM016 LCD display added. Okay, so we can connect it. First of all, we are placing the Arduino Uno board. We need to rotate it in the clockwise. So I need to place the LCD display same as the previous session. You can connect the various pin sessions using the one that is D4 to D7 same way. D7, D6, 5, 4. We need to add the ground. We can select the ground from the terminals mode section that is added. Adding the ground signal from here. We need to connect it with RFW, also VSS. Then one more thing, that is we can save in the file. We need to add the LM35, and just I am placing this particular thing on here because we need to change the values. I'm adding, should be with power. We can get it from here. Power, connected with the power. Let's check it is been connected. Also ground is to be required. We are actually connected with the same ground signal. This output, we are actually going to connect it with pin number A1 connected. So this is a connection is to be done into do two more things, that is E and RS. After that, we are just go to the Arduino window for the LM35. Inside this one, we are actually having 2 and 3 Rs, the RS and E pin. That is, we need to connect it with the RS to E. 2 for RS, 3 for E. It's been connected. Saved. So we just go to the Arduino code. Here are the same with the liquid crystal, 2 RS2, EN3, D4, D5, D6, D7, 4, 5, 6, 7 respectively. So one more thing, we are actually having this float temperature. We are actually defining a float variable temperature. After that, we are the setup file. It's starting with serial begin 9600. It's a variation here. We are using the internal analog reference internal, defining the LCD begin 16 to LCD.clear, etc. Same. Then we are actually assigning the variable inside the loop. Every time the variable temperature is assigned with analog read of A1. That means that analog read is an input signal from A1. We are actually connected the output of the temperature, LM35 temperature sensor to A1 pin A1. Same way we are actually connected the temperature output, that is 2 is to be connected with the A1. Next, we are finding it is a formula for calculating temperature. Temperature is equal to temperatures are 1100 divided by 1024 divided by, that is our actual formula for getting the temperature in the. Then next is int C is equal to temperature. We are actually converting into the integer. After that, we are actually setting up our LCD screen, that is LCD.clear, LCD.circuits are 0.0, that is we are actually moving to the first portion of the LCD. Then we are actually printing one sentence for, that is MSC CS VVM temperature. That is simply we are actually giving a title to our LCD display. After that, we need to go to the second row of the LCD, This set cursor 0.1, 0.1. After that, we are printing the temperature. Then LCD dot print the temperature. That is this title. Assembly mentioned that we are giving the temperature. Finally, we are printing the temp. That is a variable, so having the value. That we need to just give the degree Celsius. Then giving a delay of 0.5 second, that is 500. And LCD dot clear. Need to just compile this one. After that, we need to make the export compiled binary. Then back to our protest design, adding our program to the LM35 LCD. It is to be here. Okay, save it, run it. It is temperature, it is 27. From where we got this one? This is actually the temperature sensor. It is LM35. When we are clicking on this particular red button, it should be diminished. It should be, you can see the value from here inside the screen, LCD screen. We can see the value. I'm just increasing the value. It should be displayed here: 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The same way. That means that it is an LM35 temperature sensor. We can check the values with these particular things. If you want to change the values into Fahrenheit, we can also add commands for finding degree to Celsius to Fahrenheit. So this is the way we need to connect. Again, I am telling these settings, the connections. First of all, we need to connect our program with the LCD. Then we need to connect it with the LM35 sensor. Then the code. The code is to be explained here. This part is actually for the liquid crystal display. As we already said, we are including the liquid crystal.h header file. We are actually defining the constant integer variables RSCN and D4, D5, D6, and D7. It is to be connected with the pins corresponding pins 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We are already done in our prototype simulation. After that, we need to set up the liquid crystal file with the command liquid crystal with LCD, RSC, and D4, D5, D6, D7. Then we are actually defining a float variable temp for finding the temperature. Then setup. It means that we are actually having serial 9600. You can find it out from here. And just starting with the prototype section. How we got this one? LM35 LCD display. This is the serial will begin value of the LM35 sensor. To add LM35, LM35. Okay. This is the LM device. We can see connect with the ground signal. From here we can this is the ground. We need to connect it to the A1. Give the power. Load the file. LM35. Okay, execute the simulation. Run it. So this is the way we need to set the values. Back to our Arduino window. I'm stopping this simulation. Same thing. Serial begin 9600 is actually the code required. It is an analog reference internal. The difference is we are using the analog pin. That is means that the LM35 is an analog device. We already said that it is to be an analog output. We are already seen that LM35 pin number 2 is an analog output. It's varying from 1 degree Celsius, can ranging from 1 volt, that is 55 degrees Celsius to 150 Celsius. That is an analog pin we are using here. So these are the file. Back to our Arduino window. So this is the formula we need to make it is display the value of temperature into the LCD display. In the C is equal to simply we are actually converting to an integer value. Before we are using directly temp, it should be displayed as something. The value is to be displayed as a float value, that is value with some floating points. We don't want to display some floating points, simply directly use the temp. That means we can avoid these two steps. Here it is MSC temperature, we can search temperature. We are able to display only 16 digits, that is 16 by 2, 3, 6, 9, 11. Just compile it. Okay, tools, sketch, export compile binary. Back to our Portais. Load the file. LM35. You can just make the selection from here. LM35. Okay. Execute it. Temperature MSC is to be displayed here. We can change the values from here. So just I'm moving this particular LM35 sensor from here to here. It's more complex view. I'm executing this one again. You can simply see how value is to be changed. It's around 45 now. Also it should be variable too. Next we need to add two LED bulbs to check whether the temperature is high or low. We need to add two sensors, that is two pin modes. That is pin mode I'm using two pins 13 commas output. Same with pin mode. I'm using the pin number 0 as output. Two pins have been set. You need to just enable these two pins. From where? You need to add where the temperature is high or low. From here we can see that we can add an if statement, that is if value of temperature temp, the variable is temp, is greater than this value here. For example, I am putting 33.0. Put in the bracket. Then what you have to do? A set of statements, that is we are actually starting with the curly braces. How we can write, that is digital write, as we have already executed inside our LED. Digital write pin number, which should be red and which should be black. We can simply get it as it is. For example, it is red. This one it is green. So we need to enable 13 red. It is temperature is to be high. We can enable digital write 13 as high. At the same time, we need to enable or disable pin number 0, that is digital write 0 to the low value. So this is the portion for if the temperature is more than 33. Then there is an else portion. Else. What should do? It's also starting with the same curly braces. You can add a digital right pin number 13 should be low. Previously we executed with a high, so if it is not more than 33, it should be low. Then we need to digital right 0 to high, 0 to high. So close the clearly braces. So these are things we need to execute with the code. We can save it using the compilation. So there's an exit status. Should be here. There's small one. Should be there. And saving. It's compiled. There's no errors. We can execute with the export compiled binary. So we need back to our Spotlight simulation. Just add two LEDs. So we can just go to component mode. Or already add the two LEDs. We just pick out LED red. Should be here. Also with LED green. It is here. We already added it. Screen. We already said that it's inside our Arduino. We are already set with 13 to red. So back to the red is to be here. 13. Just rotate this one. To red. Also need to add one more ground signal. Zero to green. Anti-clockwise. 0 to green. We need to add one more ground. It's to be added. Saved. Do one more thing. We need to import the hex file. Should be in LM35 LED hex file. So let's back to LM35 LED9. That is the file name. LM35 LED9. This is a file name. So we need to add this particular file. Okay. Just added these two files. Then save it. Execute the program. We can simply say that the value is 36 now. Red is to be enabled. Changing the value is 35. There is no change in D2. Stop it. Is there any problem? Back to our Arduino window. It should be there. 33 now. So back to Arduino. We need to change up to 33. It is 34. It's again 34. It is 33. So the value is to be changed. It is more than 33. Should be red. So as you already seen, the thermal scanner should be already blinking with red signals. The same way we are executing these such programs. So the two things we added is the red LED and the green LED, and we already made some difference in our code. That is, we are added 2 points, 2 pin modes in our setup session. That is output 13 and 0 output. It's also changed in our code. That is, if the temperature is greater than 33, and we are actually digital write 13 is to be high. That is, digital write 13 means we are actually red enabled. Here it is green enabled. These two pins have to be enabled. So this is the way we are actually having the temperature measurement unit. So these are the things we need to know based on the IoT, Internet of Things concepts. Hope you already enjoyed this particular session. You can do all these things. Thank you.